Repeat sentence. Professor. Many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand. Many of his research objectives are driven by his natural curiosity and instincts. Many of the urban poor lived in an extremely cramped condition. Many students are so scared of writing essays, because they never learned how. Meteorology is a detailed study of Earth's atmosphere. Most of the assignments should be submitted on the same day. Most university teaching take place in lectures and seminars. No more than 4 people can be in the lab at once. Our class is divided into 2 groups. You come with me and the others stay here. Physics is the study of matter and energy. Physiology is the study of internal and external structure of the body. You need to finish all the reading chapters before the field trip. Please prepare a PowerPoint presentation for tomorrow's meeting. The portfolio is due at the Internal Review Office no later than Tuesday. Put the knife and fork next to the spoon near the edge of the table. The residence hall is closed prior to the academic building closing time at the end of the semester. Rules of breaks and lunchtime vary from one company to another. Several documents must be supplied to the university to fulfill the certain requirement. She is an expert in the 18th century French literature. SWOT is the main cause of traumatic brain injuries in the United States. Students can get access to computers on a daily basis. Students who wish to apply for an extension should approach their tutors. The agricultural sector in that country is heavily subsidized. The author expressed an idea that modern readers cannot accept. The bookshop is located at the north end of the main campus. The cafeteria closes soon, but the snack machine is accessible throughout the night. The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events is always fascinating. The course registration opens in early March for new students. The current statistical evidence indicates the need of further research. These developments are discussed in more depth Chapter 9. The English word typhoon comes from the Chinese word big wind. The first few sentences of an essay should capture the reader's attention. The first person in space was from the Soviet Union. Glass is not a real solid, because it doesn't have a crystal structure. The hypothesis needs to be tested in a more rigorous way. The initial results are intriguing, however, statistically speaking they are insignificant. The lecture on child psychology has been postponed until Friday. The maximum production of chocolate is in us. The medical center is located near the supermarket on North Street. The minimal mark for distinction to be awarded is 75%. The minimal mark for distinction to be awarded is no less than 75%. The office opens on Mondays and Thursdays directly following the freshman seminar session. The office said Dr. Smith will arrive later today. The original Olympic Games were celebrated as religious festivals. The part of the story is the story of my father. The pharmacy was closed when I went past this morning. The professor has promised to put his lecture notes online. The program depends entirely on private funding. The psychology department is looking for volunteers to be involved in research projects. The real reason for global hunger is not the lack of food, but poverty. The recent study has thrown out the validity of the argument. The result of the study will be published next month. The School of Arts and Design has an open day on Thursday next week. The seminar on writing skills has been cancelled. The student welfare officer can help you with questions about exam techniques. The topic next week on our column will be the nuclear disarmament. The trial experiment is to increase the interests of the issue and the jurisdiction clause. The United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy. Subscribe please. Professor.